Potter films, you may have heard of his character's name. Please welcome the actor who played Lucius Malfoy. Please welcome the actor who played Griphook and Professor Phileas Warwick. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So, to start out our Q&A, I've actually got a question that we're going to start out with just to kind of get things warmed up here. What a phenomenal, epic production that this must have been for all of you to be participating in. Just briefly, just explain, how did it feel being part of this, and what is it that you're going to try to take away from being part of this, this fantastic experience? Mr. Yates, we'll start with you.
It's just amazing, wherever you go in the world, how Harry Potter has kind of reached people. I was traveling in Indonesia recently, and everybody knows Joe's world, these characters. And these stories seem to have gone everywhere, and that's what's remarkable. When we travel out of our little bubble at Leavesden where we make the movies, which is in Watford, in England, very rainy, grey place, and travel abroad, we're always struck and amazed at the reaction that we get to these films and to these stories, and that's what stays with me. It's the remarkable power of Joe's stories and how they seem to have touched people across cultures around the world. It's a beautiful thing.
Well, I think he's probably said it all, actually. It is a global phenomenon. When we were making the films, you just had your head down. You can't see further than trying to get to the end of the film. And you forget that outside there is this huge global phenomenon that, just as David said, touches people from all races, all cultures, all ages. It's extraordinary.
The same. But also, I mean, listen, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Joe and if it wasn't for you guys. It just wouldn't be possible, so thank you. The other thing that I take away from it is, when we were making these films over 11 years, over the course of 11 years, many of the people who worked on 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes 8 films, and being around Dan, Rupert and Emma, and some of the young cast and watching them grow up, and being around the adult cast, and being around really the finest people working in the industry in front and behind the camera. How much I learned, and we all learned, and also how we came together as a family. And I think that family is something, and that process of making these films in such a wonderful environment is one of the highlights and one of the things that I take away from the, 14 years that I've been working on Harry Potter.
I got a lot of air miles from it. And just the knowledge, we're in the storytelling game, all of us, in different aspects of it. The knowledge that if you tell a story right with truth and honesty and specifics, that God is in the details. We told this story that really is an English boarding school story, and I'm looking out and I'm guessing that not a lot of you went to an English boarding school. And for some reason, because we told this story without trying to think what people in other countries or other cultures would think of it, whether we were trying to talk to them, we made it as real and detailed and specific to us and honest as we could. And then it was completely universal, and that's what I think I took away from this. That if you in our game, if you do something from the right place, dare I say, if you do it from a place of love or respect or honor, and you tell a story properly, it will translate to anyone and everywhere, and it will mean something to people. And so that's what I learned about my craft. And the other thing I learned is that if any of you ever get to visit a film set, like most businesses, it's very hierarchical. Most film sets, there's some king sitting atop the pyramid, and then there's the workers carrying the stones below and everything in between, and people are always aware who's on top of them and who's beneath them, and that stuff gets in the way of everyone doing their best work. And this, in my 20-odd years of working as an actor, I've never had the experience I had on the Harry Potter films, where you weren't aware of any of that. These guys are on the right. I mean, they created an atmosphere where everybody felt like they were valued and could do their best work, and that nobody was above anyone else. We were all standing side by side. And if you look at the results, that's obviously the right way to work, and I'll take that into every area of my life. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult being at the end of the line, because there's nothing left to say. But I mean, it was an amazing experience for me. I mean, it's 10 years, it's a third of my life as an actor. I've been working on the Harry Potter films, but truly, it's one of the best projects I've ever been part of. I feel really, really honoured to have been.
It's the best one. I've seen your other projects. This is the best.
Okay. Yeah, it's I'll get you back. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's the best thing I've ever done. Truly, and no, I feel really lucky to have been part of it. But I think, as David said, you know, it's you guys that make this, and you guys that have driven us on to kind of to do our best work over the years. You know, you're our best critics, and you drive everything with regard to Harry Potter. So you know, thanks for all your support.
Thank you.